Hello, welcome to Texture Myth. In this session, we will learn about date built-in function. So there are various methods through which we can use the date built-in function. So let's see how we can use those. So here I have created one program, datebif, which is in fully free format, and here we have set some control option for the debugging purpose, and below to that we are declaring some variable. So here I have declared one variable with named as current date, which is of date type. Here we will this variable we will use to store the date. Okay, so the type of this variable is date. Second variable is named as char date. It means here we will store some character value, but it will be converted to the some date. That's why I have named it as a char date, and it is of character type of length 6. Similarly, we have another variable num date named as num date, and it is of numeric type, which will hold 6-digit value. And below to that, we have declared another variable which is also of type date, and name of this variable is result. Okay, so these are some variable that we will use to understand the concept of date built-in function. Now from line number 19 to 21, here we have written the syntax for the date built-in function, which is quite simple. So here you can see that firstly we have to write percentage date, then input value, then colon, and then the date format. So this is not a mandatory function, uh, mandatory parameter, but if you remove this, then it will be directly considered as a ISO format. But if you are putting if you want to get your data into some particular date format, then you have to pass this. Okay, so that we will see in like how we can use these functions and all. So there are three ways through which we can use this date built-in function. First way is to retrieve the current date. So here on line number 25, you can see that I'm just using it as percentage date and then opening and closing parenthesis. So what it will do, it will return the current date to this variable current date. Okay, so this is it is of date type. So whatever the value we will get from percentage date function, it it will be the date, right? So we are storing it into date variable, which is current date. So by executing this function in that way, in this way we will get the current date. Okay, and after that we are just displaying it. So this is the one way through which we can use date built-in function. Now we will see the second way. So in second way, here I've written like we can use this percentage date function to convert any character value to date. So let's see how we will use it. So here in char date variable, which is of character type, I'm storing some values as a character. So 0 1 0 1 2 2. So this is a string because the type is character, right? Now what we will do, we will convert this string values or data into date variable or date type. How? Let's see. So on line number 33, we are using percentage date built-in function. So the first value we have to pass, which we want to convert into date. So I want to convert this string, which is stored in char date. So I'm passing it as a char date. After a colon, we have to put the format, date format. So if you search on internet, there are various date format which is supported by rpgle or IBMi. So you can select any date format from there. Right now I'm using mdy0. Why? This date format is for month, day, year, separated with hyphens. Okay, so that's why I'm using star mdy0. So what this function will return now, it will convert this character string into date of this format, in this format, and that then this value will be stored in result variable. And on line number 35, I am just displaying the result value. So this is the another way through which we can use percentage date built-in function. Okay. Now we will see the third one. Third approach is same, but same, but here what we are doing, we are just converting the numeric value into date. So on line number 40, we are storing some numeric values to this num date variable, and then we are using percentage date function to convert this numeric value into star ymd format. Here I'm not using 0 because in numeric value we are not passing this separator option. We are just passing it as star mdy. So by default it will be converted to ymd format, Okay, sorry, we are using star ymd, so it will be converted into ymd format, and then we will store it into result variable, and we are just displaying it on line number 46. We are setting star in lr equals to star on. So let's see how the output will be. So I'm compiling it and calling it. So firstly it is displaying the current date, so which is correct. Then we are getting the date which we have converted from characters. So where we have, there we have stored some character value, and which is now corrected converted into date type. If I hit enter again, so this is the value that we have converted from numeric value. Okay, so there are three output we have. First one is the current date that we got from percentage date variable. Then second we have converted from the character strings, and third one is that we have converted from numeric value. So if you observe carefully, so there are we are using date function in three way. Okay, so as per your requirement, if suppose requirement is that we have some data in character format, but it should be related to date, right? If you write here abc, then it will not work, because it should be some value that can be converted to date. And so if there is any string which you want to convert into date, so you can use this percent date built-in function. And if the requirement is that we have some numeric values which is valid numeric value, and we want to convert into some date variable in a particular date format, then we can use this date function. Okay, percentage date. So here you can see that we are passing second parameter, which is a date format. So you can check it from internet, like what all date format are supported by the IBMi. Okay, and then you can pass it here, like we have multiple star mdy, star ymd, star iso. So various date functions are there. So as per your requirement, you can select it from a list, and then you can use it here. Okay, so yeah, so that's all about this date function. In the upcoming session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Texture Myth.